Welcome back to another video of Math Times Cool. So in this video, we will go over how to prove two triangles are congruent. In the next video, we will dive deeper into how to actually prove that they're congruent. Okay, so to prove that a triangle is congruent, you have to be able to apply 5 postulates. So side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse leg. It's okay if you don't know it, because we will go over it in this class. Let's begin. So the side, side, side postulate. So to prove that that two triangles are congruent, in the side, side, side postulate is to prove that all 3 sides are congruent. So this side and that side, this side and this side, and this side. Yeah, they're not the scale. Yeah, but let's say that all 3 sides are congruent. Then these two triangles would be congruent because of side, side, side. So if you can see this example, 3 side. So next is side angle side. Okay, oops. Okay, so to prove that two triangles are congruent with side angle side. So let's say you have 2 triangles. So you first have to prove that one side, another side, and an angle are congruent. So you have to prove that an angle inside 2 congruent sides are congruent. Once you have done this, they are congruent because of side, angle, side. So in this video, we're just going over postulates. So side angle side. Side, G would have to be congruent to B, and H would have to be congruent to I. Or 1. Okay. So the angle, side angle postulate. Okay. So let's say you have 2 triangles. So you have to prove that one angle is congruent to another angle, and then a side, and then another angle. So one angle, a side, and an angle. So 2 angles that are both on one side. So angle, side, angle. Angle, I'm gonna have to be congruent to C. Angle, side, angle. Angle, angle, side. To prove that 2 triangles are congruent with angle, angle, side. So you have 2 triangles. You have to prove that one side is congruent to another. Let me quickly redraw this. One side is congruent to another, and you have to prove that 2 angles are congruent. So you have to prove that one side is congruent. So let's say you prove that this side is congruent. You have to prove that the corresponding angle, so the angle that is across from the side, is congruent, and you have to prove that at least one other angle is congruent. So the angle opposite to the side that you prove congruent. So let's say you prove that this is congruent with this triangle. You have to prove that this side is congruent, and then this side, and then another angle. Yeah, the line. Yeah, well, you have to prove that one of these 2 sides are congruent. If you prove that this side is congruent, then you know that they're congruent, because an opposite angle, another angle, and then a side. Okay, so let's see. Last one, hypotenuse leg. So to prove that 2 triangles are congruent using hypotenuse leg, you first have to prove that the triangles are both right triangles, and then you have to prove that their hypotenuses, I guess, are congruent, and then one other leg. So it could be these 2 legs, where let's say you had another triangle, it was a right triangle, hypotenuse is congruent. You could prove that this line is congruent. It doesn't necessarily matter which leg is congruent, as long as you can prove that a leg is congruent. Okay, so I believe that is it. Let's do a few problems. So congruency. So let's take a look at two problems. So, are these two triangles congruent? I believe they are, because you can see that one side is congruent, another side is congruent, and then another side is congruent. Knowing that three sides are congruent, what postulate can you use to prove that these two triangles are congruent? If you said side, 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 then you are correct, because three sides are congruent. So let's move on. Are these two triangles congruent? If so, state one of the of these reasons. Okay, so to prove that these two triangles are congruent, you'd have to know what this angle is. So let's do 180 minus 80 minus 30. Okay, so 100 minus 30, that is 70. So we know that this angle, where my cursor is, that is 70. But if you look, you can't prove that they're congruent with angle side angle, because this angle is 70. This angle is 70, not 30. And this angle would be 70, but you can't prove that these two triangles are congruent. Yep. Okay, so thank you for staying tuned in this video. Make sure to hit the bell and subscribe to be notified of new videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.